We're working so that those drugs never make it into our community in the first place.
A first-of-its-kind position for Spokane. We'll tell you about a new federal prosecutor focused on rooting out drugs.
Nothing but sunshine as we start Memorial Day weekend, but by Monday, we're talking the chance of showers in the forecast.
Why would DOJ care about a town of less than 1,000 people?
Tonight, the Department of Justice is suing the small North Idaho town of Troy. We'll take you there to find out why. Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5 tonight. I'm Mark Hanrahan. The city of Spokane has taken an innovative approach to fighting the fentanyl crisis. A special federal prosecutor is taking on the top drug traffickers. KREM 2 Shannon Mowdy sat down with her today and joins us in the studio with her report. Shannon?
Well, starting this week, Annika Tangvald will work as a specialized prosecutor tackling gangs, cartels, guns, and drug traffickers. It's a first for Spokane, a special city prosecutor taking on drug traffickers.
We're working so that those drugs never make it into our community in the first place.
That's Annika Tangvald. We can't show you her face because of the nature of her new role. She's Spokane's specialized assistant U.S. attorney who's fighting Spokane's opioid crisis from inside the federal courthouse.
It's not for those individuals who are charged with simple possession crimes, but those individuals who are manufacturing drugs here within the city of Spokane or even outside of the city of Spokane and bringing those drugs into our community.
While she's focused on federal drug crimes, specifically fentanyl, Tangvald is actually a city employee working for Spokane's prosecutor, Justin Bingham.
So this position is really unique because it combines both the city's resources as well as those of the U.S. Attorney's Office.
A collaboration that began last year between Mayor Lisa Brown's administration and the U.S. District Attorney's Office.
This is hard. This is not easy work, and we need to take every option at our availability. And if that's to try something new and different and exciting, I'm all for it.
A Spokane native and Gonzaga Law School grad, Tangvald first saw the devastation of fentanyl working for the county prosecutor.
And I get to see how the drugs are really impacting multiple individuals on multiple different levels.
Fentanyl has tied up Spokane's law enforcement, courts, jail, and led to hundreds of deaths. Now Tangvald has the chance to take on those at the top of the drug chain with the power and jurisdiction of the federal government.
So we're looking at a significant increase in sentencing ranges, and we're looking at an increased amount of resources at our disposal to be able to target these individuals.
So the hope is if we can stem the flow or at least make it much more difficult to bring drugs in our community, we will help the people that we see in municipal, district, and superior courts.
They'll collect data on Tangvald's prosecutions and outcomes for 2 years. The position could be renewed if the project proves successful.
My hope is that it will be very successful.
Anytime multiple facets of government come together and collaborate into a position, it is unique. It is special.
This position is funded through part of the city's marijuana tax revenue. Shannon Mowdy, KREM 2 News.
Shannon, thank you very much. Let's talk weather on this Friday evening and get ready for some warmer weather as we head towards Memorial Day weekend. Chief Meteorologist Jeremy the Goo hanging out in the Outdoor Weather Center. Got the shades on at this hour. Jeremy?
Mark, after all that rain these past few weeks, I forgot what it felt like to be in the sunshine, and it turns out sunglasses go a really long way. I was out here in the 4 o'clock hour going, I can't see anything. 66 degrees. And 66 degrees, I can confidently tell you, feels hot. It is hot and sunny outside, and that's how we head into the weekend. No major forcer in the atmosphere out here, and that's how we stay. Nothing but sunshine. I knew we'd see increasing sunshine throughout the day today, but we're talking even more of it tomorrow and Sunday. Not until Monday do we have a change in the weather pattern. Monday, we'll see a chance of move in, and it starts long before any of us get out of bed. And it starts out west, creeps its way from west to east. We'll talk why coming up in the full forecast because it's interesting. And by the time we wake up Monday morning, it looks like this thing will start losing some of its steam, but it still looks like it's going to try to bring us showers in eastern Washington. For now, we're just going to say isolated showers and a 20% chance of rain for us. You want the real nice weather? Saturday, Sunday, highs in the 70s and 80s with nothing but sunshine. It's a beautiful start to Memorial Day weekend, and the only chance of rain in the foreseeable future comes on Monday.
All right, sounds good, Jeremy. We'll check back in with you later in the broadcast. The U.S. Department of Justice has its sights set on Troy, Idaho. It is suing the city, alleging that it discriminated against Christ Church by denying their conditional use permit for a church downtown. KREM 2's Christian Garza and photojournalist Aiden Brown went to Troy to explain where the case goes from here.
This refurbished bank is the center of a clash more than 3 years in the making here in downtown Troy. Now that clash is getting federal attention.
This week, the Department of Justice announced it's suing the city of Troy, Idaho for allegedly discriminating against Christ Church, an evangelical group known for its presence in the Palouse region. Back in 2022, a member of the church, Matt Meyer, bought an old bank building in downtown, aiming to transform it into an event center and rent it to the church on weekends for service, which requires a conditional use permit for that zoning area. After applying for the permit and months of public hearing, the Troy City Council decided to deny Meyer's application, noting things like parking in downtown would be insufficient and the permit does not meet the city's comprehensive plan to revitalize the 2-block stretch of downtown that has struggled financially. Todd Richardson, the city of Troy's attorney, says the denial has nothing to do with what Myers wanted to use the permit for, but rather the location of it.
It has everything to do with trying to preserve 2 blocks as a walking, turn-of-the-century business or commercial district. 2 blocks of Main Street.
If the city was that concerned about retail, why do they have buses parked in the downtown? Why do they own a building with buses parked in it?
After the denial, Meyer sent an email to the DOJ claiming the city is violating the Religious Land Use and Institutionalized Persons Act of 2000, and the city has been under investigation ever since. Coming up tonight, we show you never-before-heard recordings of Troy's public hearings and what community members had to say.
While the future is still uncertain, both sides say they're going to fight until the very end. In Troy, Idaho, Christian Garza, KREM 2 News.
Still ahead tonight, the mother of one of the University of Idaho students who were murdered needs help. She is trying to raise enough money to go to Boise for Brian Koberger's trial for the murder of her daughter and 3 others. We'll have that story at 5:15 tonight. Then in national news, President Trump is threatening new tariffs, and these could affect the cost of your next phone. A lot more news straight ahead. Stay with us.